Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ha, Rakah, Quadash, Mama. I want to give a double honors to the elder apostles of GMS. Salutations to the sincere Akim, pushing his truth and sincerity around the four corners of this earth. I'm the Karab Ban Yasharala, coming out of the Lions Den camp of Yasharala here in Jacksonville, Florida. And now today, I'll be coming out with a little lesson title. This lesson is, don't put your hands on the plow if you ain't gonna work. Like, if you seriously not gonna do your videos, if you seriously not gonna profess the name of Yahweh Yahushua, if you seriously not gonna go out to the highways and the byways, don't put your hands on the plow if you ain't gonna do the work. Don't even stand up, because you wasting your time, and you ain't wasting the Most High's time, because He knows your heart. So eventually He's gonna move you out of the way. It is what it is. But again, the title of this lesson is, don't put your hands on the plow if you ain't gonna work. Now, this is Jeremiah chapter 48, verse 10. It says, "Cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord Yahweh deceitfully, and cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from blood." So the Lord is saying, cursed be the man that does this work deceitfully, that does not do this work in truth and sincerity. That man is cursed. That man is going to be judged with the sword of destruction. And you're doing it deceitfully, meaning you're doing it for filthy lucre's sake. You're lying to people. You're not bringing forth the truth as you're supposed to. You're adding your own twists and adding things and taking away. That's doing the work deceitfully. And the Lord said, cursed be the man that does this work deceitfully. It says, and cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from blood. And cursed be he who keepeth back his sword from blood. Cursed be the man that knows this truth and won't go teach. You keeping your sword back from blood. The Most High says, cursed be that man. So you're going to get judged for doing the work deceitfully and for not doing the work at all. Luke chapter 9. We'll start at verse 57. It says, "And it came to pass that, as they went in the way, a certain man said unto him, Lord, I will follow thee whithersoever thou goest. And Yahushua said unto him, Foxes have holes, and birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man hath not where to lay his head." So basically he was saying, like, these foxes got a hole, meaning foxes got a place to live, birds have a nest. He said, but the Son of Man has no place to live, has no place to go, nowhere to lay his head. Verse 59, it says, "And he said unto another, Follow me. But he said, Lord, suffer me first to go and bury my father." See, when the Lord call you to this truth, you got to turn straight away and come. You know what I'm saying? When He call you, you don't be like, well, let me go and do this, because that's what this man did. Again, and he said unto another, Follow me. But he said, Lord, suffer me first to go and bury my father. So he was like, Lord, I'm going to follow you, but I got to go and do this real quick. But hold on. The Lord said, follow me. So basically, yeah, don't put your hands on the plow if you ain't going to do the work. If you're not going to work, don't put your hands on the plow. It is what it is. But continuing. So Yahushua said unto him, Let the dead bury their dead, but go thou and preach the kingdom of the kingdom. So Yahushua was like, man, let the dead go bury the dead, man. Let the world deal with the world. You go and do the truth. You go and preach the truth. That's what I mean. Tell our people that the kingdom of the Lord is at hand. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Verse 61, and another said, and another also said, Lord, I will follow thee, but let me first go bid them farewell, which are at home in my house. See, and another was like, I'm going to follow you, Lord, but I got to go and let my people know before I leave. Don't put your hands on the plow if you ain't going to work. Like, don't fill out the application for the job if you're not going to want to come, if you're not going to want to show up. Don't call and schedule an appointment. Don't do it. If you're not serious about Yahweh Yahushua, if you're not serious about this truth, don't put your hands on the plow if you ain't gonna work. It's just that simple. Verse 62. It says, and Yahushua said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of God, of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. No man is fit. If you put your hands on the plow and you look back into the world, you're not fit for the kingdom. You're not fit to do the work. So again, don't put your hands on the plow if you ain't gonna work. Matthew chapter 16, verse 24. It says, if any Salakia, then Yahushua said unto his disciples, because he was speaking to his disciples at the time, he said, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. See, if you're going to come after the Lord, you're going to follow Yahushua, you got to deny yourself. I mean, you got to rip away from this world, this carnal way of living. You got to turn away from sin. You got to turn away from living in Babylon and live according to the Spirit and live according to righteousness and truth. You got to deny yourself. This is what Yahushua was telling the disciples. I'm going to read it again. This is Matthew chapter 16, verse 24. It says, then said Yahushua unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. If any man comes after Yahushua, let him deny himself and take up his cross, meaning pick up the responsibility, put your hands on the plow and start working. And you follow the Lord, whithersoever he goeth. You follow the Spirit. You follow truth. You follow righteousness. That's what you're supposed to do. So again, if you ain't gonna work, don't put your hands on the plow. Verse 27, I'm gonna jump down. No, I'm gonna just read verse 25 all the way down. I'm start at verse 25. It says, verse 25 of Matthew chapter 16, just not to confuse anyone. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. See, when you're trying to save your life in this kingdom, you're going to lose your life. This place is going to get destroyed. All that hard work and you doing all this paper money, this fiat currency, this de facto government, this stuff is going to be wiped away. But if you lose your life for the Lord's sake, for righteousness' sake, you're going to find life. You're going to get the kingdom. You're going to get righteousness. You're going to get truth. Laws in our inward part so that we don't go off and that we don't sin anymore. But when you try to live according to this kingdom and you're trying to gain in this kingdom, you're going to lose your life because this place will kill you. This place will destroy you with a sword of destruction. Verse 27. It's for the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels. And then he shall reward every man according to his work. See, the Son of Man is going to come in the glory of his Father with the angels, the heavenly hosts. And then he shall reward every man according to his work. He's going to reward every man according to his work. So if you put your hands on this plow and you started working and you continue working, you're going to get your reward, which is the kingdom. But if you put your hands on this plow and then you look back into the world, you're not fit and you're going to get judged. You're going to get destroyed. It is what it is. He's gonna reward every man according to his work. And it says in the scripture, I can't think of it offhand, but Lord, when it says that when the Lord comes back, his reward is with him, and he's gonna render according to every man his work. The reward is with him. It's another scripture similar to this one. I can't think of it offhand, but non-verbatim. His reward is going to be with him. And he's going to reward every man according to his work. So if you've been living sinfully, he's going to destroy you. If you've been living righteously, you're going to get redeemed. You're going to get salvation. You're going to be saved from the second death. Second Timothy. Chapter 4. verse 2. This is 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 2. It says, preach the word, be instant in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. See, we're supposed to preach this word in season and out of season. I mean, we're supposed to be always ready. You know, just to use the terminology, rain, sleet, hail, snow. We're supposed to be ready to go. You know, we got to be instant in season and out of season. We got to reprove, we got to rebuke, we got to exhort with all long suffering. And this is part of putting your hands on the plow. This is part of the work of putting your hands on the plow. We must do this. We gotta rebuke our people. We gotta correct our people. We gotta edify them. We gotta build them up. Sometimes you gotta tear down a little bit to build up. You know, we gotta do these things with all long suffering and doctrine, meaning stay according to the truth. Stay according to righteousness. I'm gonna jump down to verse 5. It says, but watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof thy ministry. See, we got to watch in all things, and we got to pay attention to prophecies. This is all part of doing the work. This is all part of putting your hands on the plow. You know, we got to watch it all things. We got to look for prophecies. We got to do the work of an evangelist. We got to do the work. We got to go out to the highways and the byways. We got to put our hands on the plow in order to get paid for the work that we're doing. You have to work to get paid for the work. But if you ain't gonna if you ain't gonna work, don't put your hands on the plow. Okay, John chapter 9. Verse 4. John chapter 9, verse 4. It says, I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work. Yeah, we must work the work while it is day, Salakia. Of him that sent us. We were put down here for a reason. We were put down here to do the work of Yahweh Yahushua. We were put down here to be a light. A path of the arrow pointing to the path of righteousness. That's what we were put down here to do. And we must do the work while it is day. Because night cometh when no man can work. Famine of the word coming soon. You know, the Lord ain't finna have his men out here on the highways and the byways while people getting ran over, shot, killed, and destruction all going all over the place, talking about trying to bring forth this word. We got to do this work while it is day, because the night cometh when no man can work. Verse 5. It says, as long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world. As long as we in the world right now, we are the light of the world. We represent Yahweh Shai. So again, don't put your hands on the plow if you ain't gonna work. Salakia. Kind of a little bit windy. Matthew chapter 5. Again, it says, I'm going to start at verse 14 again. It says, ye are the light of the world, a city that is set on the hill that cannot be hid. Verse 15, neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. See, this is all part of doing the work. This is all part of putting your hands on the plow. Once you put your hands on the plow, we got to be that light. We got to do this work. You know, we can't put this light under a bushel. We can't hide this light. You can't get, oh, I'm an Israelite and yeah, and then don't tell nobody. You can't do that. You know, you got to let your light shine. You know, we are literally a city that is set upon a hill that cannot be hid. We are out in the highways and the byways week in and week out, doing videos week in and week out. You're going to see us. You're going to see the way to truth. But again, Don't put your hands on the plow if you ain't gonna work. It is what it is. The Lord he not playing with nobody. Last point, Baruch chapter 4. I'm gonna read verses 1 and 2. It says, This is the book of the commandments of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. So again, when you keep it, as long as your hands stand on the plow, and you keeping your hands on the plow, you doing this work of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, you're gonna come to life. But when you leave it, you're gonna die spiritually, and then eventually physically. Verse 2. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated. He's talking to the children of Israel. That's what the Lord is saying. He's saying, turn thee, O Jacob, turn thee, O Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Take hold of it. Hold of what? The truth. Walk in the presence of the light, the truth, righteousness thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated, that thou mayest be enlightened about what the Lord wants us to do and how he wants us to live and what he requires of us. So it is what it is. Don't put your hands on the plow if you ain't gonna work. Shalom.